Hello, welcome back to Tales by Candlelight. As you can see, we're adding more and more candles as we speak. I have a toffee apple one going tonight. We're adding a few more spooky things in. Anyway, it has been about 2 weeks since I posted since I filmed the first 7 episodes in my marathon of filming. And I've been chomping at the bit to get back to filming this because we left on quite the cliffhanger. When I film this tonight, I believe you guys have only seen up to episode 4. Number 5 is due to go out tomorrow. But we're going to try and film a couple. I think there's about 18 episodes. I definitely do not have 10 episodes in me tonight. But yeah, let's see what we can get through because I am hooked on this story. So number 8. I walked around the bunker thinking about a lot of things. I needed supplies, a weapon, food. I needed to map this place in my head in case I had to hide from him, if he ever made his way in here. Each corridor branched into more like a type of labyrinth. It really looked like an abandoned hospital, but one built entirely out of scrap metal. The walls were dented and stained, bolted together in uneven seams. Rust flaked under my fingers when I brushed against a corner. Every footstep echoed loud, and the building groaned like it was remembering what it used to be. Grating sounds clanged from somewhere above, metal against metal, maybe a loose ceiling panel or vent. I couldn't tell. Faint drips echoed in the distance, water leaking from cracks in the walls. Every so often, something mechanical kicked on with a deep, thrumming hum, like an old AC unit at your local DMV. It startled me every time. The sound of life, but no people. So far, every door was unlocked. Most led to empty offices or storage rooms filled with dusty computers and decaying furniture. A few still had papers pinned to corkboards, old maps, lists of names, supply inventories long expired. One hallway smelt like mould and fuel, another smelt like burnt hair. I didn't go down that one. I was starting to feel like I could breathe again, like maybe I'd gotten lucky. Then I found the room. It was tucked behind a dented steel door with peeling black paint. No handle, just the shallow divot where one used to be. I pried it open using a metal pipe on the ground I'd found earlier, and the sound it made, grinding and shrill, set my teeth on edge. Inside, the air was still, heavy, like the room hadn't been touched in years. The first thing I saw was the wall. Dozens of photos were taped up in a grid, some colour, some black and white, some Polaroids already curling at the corners. All faces. Some looked like they were taken in secret, blurry, mid-action, too close or too far. Others were posed, staged. One was clearly a school portrait. Another was a driver's license photo. Someone had written on them with thick black marker names, ages, sometimes little notes. Difficult, too soft, talked in sleep. I stood there, frozen, as my eyes scanned each one. Then I saw myself. A clear, professional shot. One I hadn't seen in years. It was from a profile a small magazine had done on me. I was smiling with my first professional camera slung around my neck, standing in front of a frozen lake. My cheeks were windburned. I remembered that day, how proud I was. It was my first big break as a wildlife photographer. That article was from years ago. Someone would have to specifically look that up to find it. Next to it, taped in a neat square, was the printed article, Eyes on the Wild. I couldn't breathe. And beneath it, on a shelf bolted to the wall, was my old camera. I hadn't brought that camera with me. I sold it at the yard sale before I moved. I stepped closer on shaking legs. The camera looked untouched. The strap still tangled from how I used to toss it into my closet. I lifted it with numb fingers and checked the memory card slot. It was full. There was no possible way. How did he get this? When? My throat closed up. Him finding me wasn't random. This was planned. He'd known me. He'd followed me. I didn't end up in that cabin by accident. Taped to the bottom of the camera was a post-it note in the handwriting. You were always going to come home. I threw the camera down. What the fuck? My voice echoed off the metal walls, small and furious. What the fuck? I started pacing, breath coming in short, ragged bursts, my thoughts chasing one another in circles like they may crash into an answer. Who did I sell that camera to? I know I sold it. I remember cleaning it, even putting in a brand new memory card for the next owner. A fresh start. I thought maybe someone would use it to follow their dream like I had. Capture something meaningful. I couldn't picture their face. Everything from that time was a blur. Buying the land, the house, selling everything, getting new supplies, barely sleeping. How the hell was I supposed to remember every stranger that I handed something to? I shouldn't have to remember. This is insane, Melanie. This isn't possible. Eventually I sank to the floor, back against the wall, the weight of confusion pressing down on me. After a long stretch of hesitation, I reached for the camera again, against my better judgment. Just see what's on it, I whispered to myself. I turned it on, and the screen flickered, and I braced myself for whatever the new owner had captured with my old friend. Oh my goodness. That's how they knew her name? Did she sell the camera? Who is this person? How did they find her? Why did they find her? How did this all come together? Oh my goodness. And it says you were always going to come home. Oh, well, that was a short one. So I'm really excited now to go over to number 10. So if you haven't followed already, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, like this video, and go check out Potato Chip 411 on Reddit. And I will see you next time.